Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
Inspector General of Police, have you had the benefit of listening to the audio tape?
Honorable Chair, thank you. And thank you to the members of the committee. I would like to say that, Honorable Chair, if you permit me, before I speak to that, I want to make a few opening remarks.
Sure.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, there have been a lot of issues about my person, and I would like to take the opportunity granted me today to speak to a few of them for about the next 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Honorable Chair, the first thing I want to speak to is my parentage. And it's important for a very good reason. I am a multi-ethnic Ghanaian. And the fundamentals is this. My father, Openi George Akosio Dampare. The mother comes from Achimwoso, or their ancestral home at Kwawua Sakraka. His father comes from Chebi, and his father comes from the village. I'm trying to put it together, I'm sorry. Begro. And my father's father comes from Begro, and his father comes from Okropon. My mother comes from the Siam. My mother's name is Agnes Siam, maiden name. She comes from the Siam family of Chinarase, who migrated to live at Nkonya-Ropon. So looking at me, that is the space of my parentage. I am a multi-ethnic Ghanaian, and that's why I'm passionate about Ghana. Now, in terms of my education, I didn't have the benefit of going to a secondary school, but by the grace of God and by the mentorship of many, as well as hard work, from a private studies for my O-level through to A-level, became a chartered accountant, and acquiring master's degrees, both of them with distinction, up to the level that I had my doctorate degree in finance and management with multiple other professional qualifications that time will not permit. In terms of my policing career, Honorable Chair, I entered the police service with an level as a recruit, and by December this year, I will have been 33 years in the service. And it means that all my colleagues here today, in terms of who came into the police service first, I senior all of them. And in addition to that, within the 33 years that I have been a police officer, I've risen through the ranks to become Commissioner of Police, and later His Excellency the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, honored me with the position of Inspector General of Police. Honorable Chair, my progression within the police service is this. I reported to training on 1st of December 1990. I completed training as a constable on 30th of August 1991. And from constable, within a period of 24 years, I became a commissioner, unprecedented. What is even more unprecedented is that from constable, 1991, within a period of a little over 6 years, from constable, I became a lieutenant of police. And that is even more unprecedented than becoming a commissioner within 24 years.
Who was the IGP when you became a superintendent?
Honorable Chair, I don't have that information readily, but if you will allow me to finish the opening remarks, and I will be ready to answer any question that can, so that I can flow. Thank you. I became a subtenant in 1997. 1997, I became a subtenant, and that was on the 1st of June 1997. So becoming a constable on 30th of August 1991, by 6 years and probably a few months, I became a subtenant of police. And that is very unprecedented. And this is how it happened. When I joined the service and looked at all the policies within the service, I realized that there's a policy that encourages education. That if you attain a particular qualification, you get a particular rank. So I started off my A-level also by private studies, and I was able to get my A-level done. And as a result of that, on the 5th of April 1993, I was promoted to the rank of sergeant. That is 2 years after I became a constable. Then in the course of it, still learning and taking advantage of the policies that encourage education, I embarked on a professional course to become a chartered accountant. And I pursued the course, and at a point when I passed certain sessions of the course, which was within a year after I became a sergeant, I was promoted to Chief Inspector on the 1st of September 1994, which means a constable 1991, 2 years down the line, a sergeant 1993, and then roughly 1 year down the line, Chief Inspector 1994. Then I had a privilege, and also for the record, when I was at the depot as a constable, before I passed I was a constable, from recruit to constable. By the grace of God, I won all the awards, with the exception of one, which is marksman shooting. I had a privilege in 1995 to go to the police academy, then the police college. And there, at the end of the day, I became an ASP in 1996. And also the best cadet for the course. And also by divine providence, I won all the awards with the exception of marksmanship, which is shooting. Then thereafter, in the same year, 1996, I became a chartered accountant. 1996, I became a chartered accountant. That is a course that I started and completed within a period of 2.5 years. So when I became a chartered accountant, then I made a submission to the police leadership on the basis of the existing police regulations on promotions. And they promoted me based on that qualification to Subtenant of Police a little over a year after I become ASP. It means I'm one of the few people ever to be in the police service who never became a DSP, Deputy Subtenant of Police, before becoming a subtenant. So that is for the record. And what it means is that when I became a subtenant, most of the senior people around, including my own big brother George, was an ASP. So from there, I became chief subtenant after 6 years of being a subtenant. And after that, and my chief subtenant was on 1st of February 2003. That is from 1997, after 6 years or thereabout, I became a chief subtenant. And from there, roughly another 4 years, I became Assistant Commissioner of Police. And another 4 years, I became Deputy Commissioner of Police. And roughly another 4 years, I became Commissioner of Police, which is the Commissioner of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police 2006, Deputy Commissioner of Police 2010, Commissioner of Police 2014. What it means is that within police regulations, promotions are based on the number of years you serve, your competencies, your integrity, your character, and availability of vacancies. And looking at my promotions, beyond the miracle aspect of it, the rest of my promotions started following the normal course. And at times I did find myself, why was God not in it to help me to keep moving the way I have to move? So in terms of my qualifications, my ranking in the police service, it has been purely based on my competences, my academic qualifications, and hard work because of the passion I have for the work. I have not at any point in time been called aside by any individual and granted me any favor that I do not deserve. Honorable Chair, in terms of positions I've had, I have been across virtually every command within the service. And at a point, because of my commitment to work, I was handling multiple schedules at the National Headquarters. Because if you give me a work, you just have to consider it done. Because that is me. I get things done, and I work around teams to get them done on the basis of Genesis 1:26, where I know God himself said, let us create, indicating that God being the originator of teamwork, you cannot do anything and function without teamwork. And that has been my style. So in all this, it got to a point I became the most senior Commissioner of Police, that is the next to the Inspector General of Police. And when that Inspector General of Police retired, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, found me worthy to take that position and work together with my colleagues, together with all the other security agencies, to ensure peace, security, law, and order in this country of ours. So it is on this note that anytime I have the opportunity, I do say to Mr. President that forever, myself, my family, especially my wife and children, and my extended families which are dotted across the country, will be forever grateful to him for finding me worthy to occupy the position and working in concert with my colleagues in order to prosecute the agenda of the police in line with our constitutional mandate. Honorable Chair, let me speak briefly about my colleagues here. George is my big brother. JB is my kid brother. Asari is my brother. The beautiful thing is this, Honorable Chair. We've been together for far long. And my brother George, you know, his wife, since I joined the police today, I call her my mom. And that will never change. And JB, my brother, my kid brother, when I became the Inspector General of Police, I call you and offer you the position of Director Cybercrime. My brother Asari has already gone through a whole process at various places. By the time I came, he was still at the position of where he is today. We will not have recourse to as to where precisely he wants to be. And this is how I have coexisted with all of them. And as you can see from behind, all my management teams are here because that is how we do our things. Then, all of a sudden, this matter came up, and the matter was about finding out what has happened and who said what and where it came from. And my brothers were given opportunity to come and speak, and they did speak and made the indication that yes, they are involved in what was happening. Then all of a sudden, instead of them to focus on that matter, they came out with wild allegations, Honorable Chair, with wild allegations that touch my person, the police leadership that I lead, and the entirety of the police service. Without, until today that I'm being told that now they have some evidence, without a shred of evidence, Honorable Chair, at the time that they were making it, without a shred of evidence. And Honorable Chair, those wide allegations without a shred of evidence has brought a lot of pain to myself, my family across the country, and especially my wife and children. That you are so patriotic because you believe in what you call Pan-Ghanaianism, where you think that because of your multi-ethnic nature, everybody you see, as long as the person is a Ghanaian, is your brother or a sister, mother or father, uncle or auntie. Then the pain also to my command, my leaders, my team, that we work together, that we all know. And the pain to the thousands of police people who are appreciating the strides that we are making in transforming the organization to be the best institution in the country and a reference point for the rest of the world. They came, made all these allegations in order to cover up probably the shame associated with what they got themselves involved in the first place. And I, an innocent person, focusing on my job, working in concert with my team and all commands across the country to keep the country safe and make it to be at peace with itself. I've been asked to come and answer to these allegations, which are wide, baseless. And I feel in my spirit that this is just not fair. It is just not fair. Are we killing patriotism? That anybody can just get up, make allegations upon allegations, and people who go across the country, at times 48 hours without sleep, just keeping the country at peace, will be called to come and answer allegations that are unfounded. And that becomes something. Anyway, I'm here. I have no choice. I have no choice and have come. And I say it to the glory of God, my Maker, who sustains me every day. I will speak to the matters as you direct. And I'm doing this because of the respect I have for myself, for my family, especially my children and wife, for the office that I occupy, for my brothers and sisters who are sitting behind me, that we have pulled ourselves together in an unprecedented manner in a teamwork to get these things done for this country, and for the respect I have for institutions of state, including the parliament that we are here today, and more importantly, the respect I have for Mr. President Nana Adranko Akufo-Addo for the honor that he has done me, for making me the Inspector General of Police to work with my colleagues, and equally more importantly, for the respect I have for the good people of this country. So, Honorable Chair, I am here being asked to answer to why allegations unsubstantiated by my brothers in order to cover up their shame. I am ready. I thank you.
You quoted the Bible, you know. And it seems to me you are a student of the Bible, are you?
Honorable Chair, I'm a Christian, and the Bible is my reference point. There could be a student of the Bible who may probably be using the Bible just for examination purposes. But may not necessarily be a Christian, but I'm Christian, and my reference point in terms of what guides me is the Bible and the Spirit of God. Thank you.
Did you ever find in the Bible that the innocents suffered? The man who claims he's innocent suffered. Have you heard it before in the Bible? Did you read it?
Honorable Chair, I am a Christian who understands that, and that is what it is.
That is why I'm a bit surprised that you're complaining about maybe you doing a good job and you're going through some challenges and suffering, because we know that the innocent can suffer. That's the story of Joseph. Never slept with Potiphar's wife. I went to jail. Have you heard this tree adage that onipa kesiye na asem tono? Have you heard it before?
Honorable Chair, I have. But the point I'm trying to make is the fact that we are all human beings.
Debi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah, nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.